live. Just waiting on this one to finish up. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much longer, you know. Got the camera set up for dual stream this time. Well, not dual stream, but we'll be able to have a little better look at what's actually going on here. And hey buddy, how you doing tonight, Rocket? Just finishing up getting this roughed out, and then yeah, we'll be setting it up in this guy and doing as we do. Oh yeah, buddy. Every time I'm trying to be better. This is taking just a little bit longer than I wanted to, but you know, that's alright. This is going to make it look way better anyway. While I'm waiting for that to finish, I could probably empty out my little pan here. Well, actually, it's not that bad. Yeah, we'll just leave it on. It's still got quite a bit. Well, yeah, might as well, right? Might as well. Have it set up like that, or like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty good, huh? Something like that. That lets you see it. Took a nap, now the coffee is started. Oh yeah, buddy. Gotta get that energy for live stream, bro. This one's turning out. Should be good. I'm excited. Now if I could just keep my shoes from staying coming undone. I don't know what it is with these like these vinyl or whatever the heck they are, the shoelaces, man. Seems like they always come undone real quick. This one might be just about ready. Ah, yeah, I got 2 cameras, buddy. 2 cameras. Hopefully next week we'll be able to figure it out to where we're doing like, you know, maybe get this on a few other platforms too. Yeah, we're gonna get it. I've got it waiting right here. I promise. Just gotta get it up. That's what she said. I gotta move some stuff around in the shop so I can put it right up there. I think it's gonna look great. And I gotta figure out how I'm gonna, I might have to drill a hole through it or something. Either that or I'll put some Velcro on the back. I got a whole bunch of extra. Hey, Epoch. How you like that 2 cameras, bro? Good, huh? Wait until we get this all fully set up, and then we'll have it to where we'll have camera above this thing, we'll have camera above this guy, and we'll be really rocking. Should be awesome. And then last week we were able to get it to where this was actually working pretty nice. Yeah, I think that, oh wait, I think I have this set up different. I think it was like that. That's how we had it. So that's my little switch right here. And yeah, now we can see it really nice. That's going to be good. Yeah, so how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody happy? Starting out the new year nice? I hope. Oh, my hair's all funky. Look like I'm in high school again. I have to put my hat back on. Yeah, so this one probably only got a few more minutes left on it. Got kind of a late start tonight. Kind of messing around with a few things on this whole website, trying to figure it out. See if I could get this camera set up before we actually started rolling. And then I don't know why, but it keeps coming up with this the wrong title on the stream, and so I was hoping that this time it actually said the right thing. But yeah, hopefully you guys can confirm that it didn't say testing new setup again. Let's see. How this bad boy is looking. And I think I figured out the problem from last week. But I think it will be a real easy fix, so it's not too big of an issue. We just have to actually get on it. But yeah, it looks like when I drilled these, what happened is I had them a little offset, and so this guy right here isn't always touching, and so if I have just that bungee cord on here, pulling this one in a little bit more, seemed like it worked a lot better. We'll just get this guy loosened up here. We'll get right back to where we like to be. Oh yeah. No flat spots, looking good, looking good. Alright, so I'm going to get my water off on that. Do a little cleanup over here. So yeah, starting out nice. Be able to get our start here on the Hunter Grit. And start rocking and rolling like the ball we are. Alright, so we're going to actually, since we had this one stationary last time, what we're going to do is we're actually going to bring these in a bit. Oh, tight. And I went to, what do you call that? Coastal today. Try to get some shims. They didn't even have them there. I'm like, what do you guys... Let's tighten this down first. This guy tightened. Bring that in so I don't have to hold it. Get that there. That. And last one. Alright, we'll get these just a little nudge there. A little extra A little extra tighten. Gotta give her a little love squirt. Looks like we got some funkiness going on there. So I think what we're going to do is give ourselves a little lift. Looking good. Noise tonight. Hopefully we'll have our drip system set up soon. Get it to where we're not having to do our little spray bottle anymore. But, you know, right now we're having at least progress, you know. Getting 2 cameras set up makes it a little bit easier for you guys to see. Hey Dave, thanks for joining tonight. Oh yeah, we're going to get the button board going for sure there, Epoch. It's going to be good. One step at a time, we're making progress, buddy. I'm pretty happy about it, actually. You know, really, we're coming out with nice product. Yeah, it's taking a little bit longer than it could take, but that's all right. You know, we're going to learn how to really dial everything in, and then eventually what will happen is we're going to get the other machines fired up and really start increasing our output. Should be good. Pretty excited about it. And then tonight we got some more of the Antigrite rolling. Of course, this is some of my favorite material of Rockhound, so I end up finding a lot of it. And you know, I got a decent stash of it. And in fact, we already got the one for next week pre-formed out, ready to roll. And then we got a few more behind that, so there will be this one that still needs to be done. Oh yeah, that one right there. But, you know, I still got to throw that on the core drill one more time, make a fillet, or get it from pillow to preform. But overall, pretty stoked about it. And then hopefully here soon, we'll be able to get these 5-inchers going, because these are big boys. You can see the difference between the 4-inch and the 5-inch. It's quite a big difference, almost about an inch. Pretty excited though. You know, every week we're just making marginal progress, and that's really what it's all about, you know. Starting to see a lot more people join, and definitely appreciate you all being here tonight. Yeah, you can see that color really coming through. And actually, there's that little yellow dot that you'll see in there, just past. And I didn't think that was actually, I didn't know that was going to be in there, and so it's kind of neat. A little characteristic, you know. Kind of want to get swirly and put this in the we got it ready. Hey Alex, how we doing? Thanks for joining tonight. Oh, Nate, you brought the Thulite. Awesome, buddy. We'll have to get drilling on that ASAP, man. And then I've got some stuff that Rock Dude gave me here. It's outside with the rest of the rock pile, but we've got a big old piece of petrified wood from Powers over there, kind of on the Oregon coast. And then he also gave me this really cool like jasp agate, and we're going to be doing that before too long as well. But first things first, we're going to get through the Integrate that I got, and after we do these 4 inchers, we're going to switch over and start doing 3s. And then once we burn through all that material, we'll be popping over and start back at the 4-inch and start working our way through the material that, the other materials. Because like Nate, as you guys saw there, he got some American Thulite from the Crater Rock Museum today, and so we're going to be able to make some really nice pink spears out of that. Hopefully we'll be able to, get some really nice 4-inchers, but I am going to try to get some half-size drill bits, so then that way we can do like, 3.5, 4.5, stuff like that, but just, we got to just work our way to that. I do want to see. Oh, it looks like it's going to be all right. We're just going to keep an eye on that though. If it starts getting crazy and if we got to do some maintenance on it, we'll just we'll focus on this. And so yeah, you can see it kind of got one little thing there, just to give it a little extra tension. Hey, Sticks and Stones, good seeing you. Thanks for joining tonight. Yeah, I'm really like having this right here. I feel like it really allows you to see what's actually happening there. Having that little yellow dot is kind of cool, huh, man? Especially when it will actually polish. And it looks like this one's going to be okay. I mean, at least it's moving around like it should. So we'll just kind of bounce back and forth and make sure we're doing all right. And then, Nate was a big help in, setting all this stuff up. So make sure you guys, give a shout out to rockhound.com over there. Hey, Laura, thanks for joining tonight. I love it over in Selma. Got some friends right outside. It's pretty cool when you got that kind of milkiness looking, when I rinse off some of that sludge. got this thing that I'll be bringing before too long. So, of course, you guys know rockhound.com over there with Nate. He likes to make all kinds of crazy stuff. And he actually got me one of these guys today. And so I'll be able to, when I'm out in the field, you know, show you what's happening with some of the stuff I'm finding. I'm super stoked about it. Yeah, so this thing's gonna go. That's good. It's definitely gonna make it a lot easier when I'm out there in the field, because usually when I bring a banana to, you know, show the scale, I eat the banana. What can I say? Oh, God! That's no good. Lucky we didn't just pop that. See if anything's damaged. Jeez. What a great feeling. Yeah. I think we'll just have to mess around with that one a little bit later. That's kind of scary. I don't know what the hell just happened. It's always a struggle with something, you know. Why that, kind of sucks. Doesn't look like it did anything to it though, and the machine didn't get broke, so we're good. We're good. That does make me want to rotate this though, so I can have my kill switch on my side. Oh man, that could have been really bad. Seems like every time I try to get two things going at once, it just, something happens. I gotta start learning from my mistakes. Focus on one thing. It's that ADHD stuff, you know, you're like, oh no, I can do it all at once. Well, fortunately, we didn't hurt the machine. Or the cups. God. Getting those cups is probably harder than getting the machines. I'm not really sure, man. Not really sure. I think what I'm going to have to do is, I'm going to have to adjust this machine a little bit. Because it definitely seems like I might need to, you know, adjust how far in the verticals are. I might have the a little bit wrong adjustments there. Hey Tiger Eye, thanks. Thanks for joining. Yeah, you know, not really sure there, Epoch, but I can just be thankful nothing broke. That's alright, we'll get it dialed in. Oh, man. Pretty nice. Looks awesome too. Yeah, it's weird too because I had this thing like really rounded out. Spent a little extra time on it today. I don't see if it doesn't look like it caught on anything. So maybe I just need to dial it in, have a little, do a little bit more measuring. Time to get it. Woo! Yeah, I got a feeling this is going to be a really nice ball. Really nice. You know, and the 4-inch ones, they just feel nice, you know? Sometimes you get those little 2-inchers, it's like, oh, it's adorable. But this, it feels like, you know, like a softball. Big. Can't wait to do the 5s. 5s are going to be really nice. Hey man, I wouldn't go that far there, Epoch. I wouldn't go that far, buddy. That all dialed in, and then we'll have this guy dialed in, and before you know it, we're gonna have a whole spear shop going. So I'm definitely gonna let this go in the 100 for a little bit longer, just because there's gonna be quite a bit of the deeper scratches in there from the 60-90. And I want to make sure I'm really getting them, getting those scratches out. Hey, thanks there, Earthaith. How you doing tonight? Thanks for joining. Yeah, definitely. You can definitely get lost in those spheres. I'll tell you what. Especially when you get those cool lines in there like that. I love it. Got to make sure I can put one of those on the old Instagram. People sure do like that slow-mo shot, I tell you what. So yeah, you can see we do have a pretty good rotation on here. Where when it turns a little bit and then it kicks over the other way, you get those really cool, the lines that start forming there. It's pretty wicked. Hey, how are we doing, Katrine? Thanks for joining tonight. Happy to see you. I hope you had a happy new year. As you can see, we did a little bit of, improvements here in the shop. Got it to where you guys can actually see the ball a little bit better this time. Don't need to be looking at me the whole time, you know. Much cooler stuff to look at. It looks like the orbit isn't very random on this one. Yeah, it's kicking over just enough though. And I bet you if we pop that up just a hair, you'll see that the lines will start changing. Get a little bit more of a random pattern. But yeah, I do think because if you watch that yellow dot, where does it fall, you know? It's also why I wanted to get those shims. But looks like I'm going to have to go to Daisy's. Kind of seem like it's getting stuck in one spot. Let me see if my chains are correct. Yeah, it does seem like that yellow dot is falling in pretty much the same place every time. So we might have to do a little adjusting here. It looks like it's getting the job done, but it's not doing what it should be doing. Hey, Oregon Territory Adventures, how we doing tonight, buddy? Yeah, I'm going to get the overhead drip going next. But, you know, really, I wanted to get it to where we're dialed in on visuals and everything like that. And then make it to where at least I can get some pretty consistent quality, you know. But here's where I'm seeing, you see that line right there? That's kind of what I'm more concerned on this one about. So I think what we're going to do, about, yeah, you can see right there how that changed that. Let's see what some of this has got going. Because yeah, that one spot, good thing that got that little dot, I tell you what. I almost feel like need something more like that. Let me do a little bit of and you know, this is the fun about, you know, making spears, is you get a try to figure out what the hell the problem is now. Yeah, see how that changed real quick. Just curious why we're getting that. Ah, the glory of the home build machine. Yeah, so it's still getting stuck right on that, but might actually be this one. There we go. That's what I'm looking to. Hey, thanks. Oh yeah, Oregon. Did you guys go over there to Worthington? There we go. Hey Steve, how we doing tonight? Adjust it more horizontally, yeah. So yeah, that's what I just did on this one. But it doesn't seem like it's doing much when I adjust this guy. And this, yeah, I had to put a little wedge onto this guy right here, this one, just to lift it up a little bit. But we're definitely getting a little bit better of a randomness there. Yeah, our little dot helps us. Hey, have a good one. Thanks for swinging by. Yeah, much more random now. That's what I like to see. I'm still kind of curious what happened here, but we'll figure that one out. One step at a time. One step at a time. Oh yeah. I can't wait. And I've got some more right behind it, and so we'll have plenty of live streams that we're going to be doing over the next few months. It's nice to be able to share this with all of you, because, you know, in a lot of ways, this is not a whole lot of people doing this around here, and so it's tough to kind of like, you know, chat with people and see like, what are they doing? How are they getting their you know, adjustments good? And with home build machines, you know, a little funky. We're getting it though. It's looking good. And it looks like that randomness is actually really starting to pay off now, because I do see that dot is getting thrown around a lot better now. That's good. So any of you guys do anything fun for New Year's Eve? Just hang out at the house? That's basically all I did. Chill with the doggies, you know. I know, isn't it crazy there, bro? That little dot, who would have thunk that that would be such a useful tool on this one? Yeah, well, you know, sometimes that's just what it is, right, Dave? It's all good, though. I'm sure they appreciated the company. Oh yeah, look at the green on that. Woo-wee! That's going to be a good one, huh? Hell yeah, man. That's the way to do it. Getting paid to watch this? Oh, man. Got a good job, buddy. You're a lucky guy. You staying warm over there, Epoch? I heard it was like 11 degrees over there. Pretty gnarly, man. Meanwhile, it's almost 60 degrees in this shop. I didn't even have to turn the heater on tonight. That's cold water, straight out of the hose. Pretty nice, huh? If you want, you know, send some of that gold way, over this way. We'll appreciate it. Kind of crazy. Getting those Arctic blasts over there. I'm thinking next week we might switch over to 5 p.m. 7 p.m. You know, if we're getting some of these longer streams going, you know, for me staying up till midnight, a little rough for the next day. And usually I go rock hounding on Sunday, so might have to dial it back to 5. But you know, I don't think it will be too big of a problem. We'll probably still be going pretty late anyway, you know. I mean, that one night, what, it was a couple weeks ago, we went until like 1 o'clock in the morning over here. That's a pretty long one. Oh yeah, buddy. That's awesome. Hey man, silver lining, right? So it looks like we're still getting pretty good cut on these things, so might let it go just for a little bit longer. Make sure that everything's nice and smooth where it should be. I want to know what's up with this though. Really do. That scared the crap out of me, I'll tell you. Not really sure. I'm gonna have to just five, 7, might be something like that. So I'm thinking what I might end up doing is just kind of like with this guy over here, the roughing machine. I have it on 10 links right now, and I think what I might do is start it out on a few less links. You know, maybe start out with 7, and then as it you know, gets a little bit more shaped, more round, then I can tighten it in a little bit more. Looks good though, man, I tell ya. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. Just because I'm a little angsty about this one. Looks like that actually might work, but I don't want to get all too crazy, not yet. Yeah, and then Epoch, check these ones out, buddy. Got some 5 preforms made, some big boys. Yeah, got some gnarly horns that I'll have to take off, but you know, when you get that third drill that you're doing, ain't really much you're gonna do to get rid of these, because Yeah, what happens sometimes is the drill actually will catch it and start spinning it. So it's just like, screw it. I can grind those things off pretty easily. It's not that difficult. Doesn't take that much time, especially using the 80 grit. But I've been using a Diamond 80 grit over at the shop lately, and I think what I'm going to do is end up switching Frank over to Diamond and getting one of those setups over there, you know, because it's just so much faster. I can get it taken care of right now, and all it would be is switching out, you know, swapping over on the my belt drive on my gears. So be pretty easy. And my sister still doesn't have, you know, the space or whatever ready to go. So looks like Frank's going to be hanging out with me for a bit longer. I mean, who really was I kidding? Do I really want to get rid of Frank, man? Come on, now. I love Frank. He's the best. Needs a little cleaning though. Might have to pressure wash him, and then swap that out to Diamond and get rocking, you know. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's not cutting quite as much anymore, so that's good. We'll be able to switch over to the 200 soon. Yeah, with the storm that's been rolling, I wouldn't be surprised, man. In fact, hopefully we don't have any issues over here, but if we do, you guys know what will happen, or know what happened. And I'll be making sure to, you know, if we do end up losing stream or something like that, I'll log back on, make sure we get it going. Oh yeah, Super Frank, bro. Super Frank. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess around with that. Woo, she got dry quick. Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm gonna set that drip system up next, just to make sure we're not having to mess around with it so much. And as crazy as it sounds, might end up just doing this. Set something up like that. I mean, why not? You know? Probably take care of it. Just need to run some hosing up to our bucket. You want to be able to drop it down like that. Like so. It's wonky. It's kind of wonky. I wondered. And you know, I could probably get that set up. Wouldn't be bad, huh? Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one, bro. Yeah, I know. Using the system that came with it. Yeah, it's wonky, man. But hey, if I can put up just a little drip feed on it, I think it would probably be okay temporarily. I really don't want to use it, but I think it would probably be a little bit better than squirting it with a squirt bottle every couple seconds, you know. We'll see though. I mean, it is kind of janky, dude. I'll tell you that. It's kind of janky. And it's tough to say, you know, how well it will work. I think we're almost ready to go. Already fixed and kind of looks cool. Yeah. Well, you know, we'll give it a shot. Yeah. They got some pretty janky stuff over there, I'll tell you that. That's for dang sure, man. But they can, not always do, but yeah, they can come up with some pretty good products. Seems like a lot of the times the spears, though, they're, you know, kind of, it's more like a, what do you call it? It's like a big bead mill, you know? Crazy. I'd say we're just about ready. Yeah, I can't wait to get this last one in, because that's the one that's got all the chatoyance in it, and so it's going to be top tier. This one over here should be pretty good as well, you know. It's got great color. It's more of the, it's Williamsite as opposed to the Bowenite. But you can see right there, it's got nice green on it. Just trying to find the time to do everything. I have been doing a bunch of rock hounding videos, trying to get those all scheduled out. We'll be having those on every Wednesday. And, you know, we'll be continuing on doing this on Saturdays until the mining season starts, and then once we get mining season going, we'll be doing our live streams out at the mine, and we'll probably be doing those pretty much every day. I'm going to get the Starlink and everything going, and yeah, do the Rabbit Basin live streams. You know, you guys will be able to watch everything from when we break ground all until we're pulling stones, getting them cut, the whole 9 yards. We've got a really good team of people working right now to, you know, to make all of it happen. And yeah, it's going to be pretty wicked. And then we'll, of course, we're going to have stuff that will be, some of the stuff will be available to, you know, of course, you guys. And then, yeah, other stuff we're going to probably be putting it to the shows and everything like that. You know, because there's some good rock shows around here. But for the most part, I want to give you guys the first option, you know. All right. let's give this a little squirt. See how she's looking. Looks like all the real deep scratches are just about out. Because yeah, you know, those roughing cups, they're 60-80, but man, they are rough sometimes. You know, they can leave, since this is a softer material, about, you know, maybe about a 5. You know, some of those scratches can be pretty deep. It's gonna be fun. Table comes tomorrow. Should be set up by the end of the day. I'm looking forward to that, buddy. I can't wait to see. So for those who don't know, Epoch is my little brother over on the East Coast there, and he's of course my business partner as well. And he's getting his faceting machine set up, and got one of the Facetech VL, I think is the one he got. And yeah, so he's going to be beginning his journey of faceting gemstones, and most of what we're going to be cutting is the stuff straight out of the mine. And so yeah, before too long, you know, you guys are going to get to meet Epoch as well. He's a good guy. And not just because he's my brother. I do want to give myself a little clean bucket though. This stuff isn't settling nearly as quickly as I thought from before. Well, I also have to thank Rock Dude for getting me this amazing chair. Oh, look at that! It's like a little step stool with the chair. Perfect! Absolutely perfect for what I need. Man, I tell you, Rock Dude is a hell of a guy. Going to be making petrified wood spear for him before too long here. He ended up giving me that big chunk, and I'm excited to get that one going. It should be super nice. Alright, so we're going to pull this guy and get next stage on. See how that looks. Alright, so coming right along. It's going to be a good one. So we'll get these guys swapped over. Now I feel like I'm really trying to be careful with these guys, because oh man, I feel like some of them, they feel pretty soft, to be honest. And I really don't want to break them. It'd be kind of lame. I think it was actually, yeah, these 200s, they feel like they might be getting a little old. But I'm thinking that what we're going to do, since these cups seem to work pretty good and we're having a real tough time with getting anything from Highland Park, I think what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to some people who have like 3D printers and see if we can get a set of cups, maybe 3D printed, you know. I think that could be pretty wicked. We'll just tighten that a hair. Bring that down. Tighten that guy up. Yep, that's right. And it sounded like my garage door just flew open, so I have to go close that real quick. Alright, so how's that feel? Pretty good, pretty good. Alright. So I'm going to go close this door up real quick. Yeah. Things flew wide open. Brilliant, huh? Alright, so now there we go. Getting it going. Nice funky little pattern. Tossing it all around just like it should. Watching the reflection on the sphere, I do believe I see some positive change. Oh yeah, it's coming. You know, that's the thing I've noticed is that with these home build, you know, is it seems like there's always like little adjustments you got to make. Which, you know, that's fine. So long as like once the adjustment is made, it stays. Because that's the one crappy thing is there's a lot of play in these, you know. You got a lot of give on some of these, you know, because you have like on the side here, let's see, how can I show you? You know, on the side of these motors here, that's where I keep shimming them up, is because they'll go like this, and then you have the up and down, and yeah, just kind of like, kind of a chore, you know, but it looks like it's working. Be nice if we can get some 3D printed cups and make it to where we have multiple machines running at once on the, you know, pre-polish and polish stages. Because I do have some, you know, what do you call it? Some other cups that will, for the smaller spheres. And so, yeah, we're just going to have to, you know, progressively work our way up towards. Yeah, so there we go. Man, I tell you, that little dot is super helpful. Yeah, because, you know, that little dot really shows us where, you know, like how our pattern is. You can already see that this one's doing pretty decent. Not nearly as the struggle like last one set up. Yeah, I think that's better. So, and that's the thing I've also been trying to do is like, if I see that it's not, you know, maybe perfect, I do like a slight adjustment. You know, maybe I'll shim up one side just a little bit more and see if that, you know, gets a little bit more randomness. And then if it doesn't, it's like, okay, well, we'll just deal with it as it is. Because like it looks like we had pretty good, and then when I throw this little adjustment there, it's like, nope, it was better before. Would be interesting to see if you could get some 3D printed cups. Yeah, man, I think it would be great. And you know, I do have a bunch of you know, those PVC parts there, but it's just like I'm not really sure if they would actually be better than something like 3D printed. Because you know, I got a grip of these things right here, just an absolute load of them. And so yeah, they might work great, but then again, it might be better to just have something 3D printed. We'll find out, hopefully real soon. Because you know, this was like the wonky example that I had. So you can see it didn't really work out quite as well as I thought, but you know, trial and error when it comes to this kind of stuff. But if we had the 3D printed cups, then it's like we could just say, hey, see this one right here? We want these. More of them. Yeah, I think we got good pattern going. Or good randomness. I know. Where's that spot though? Wait a minute. Where's our spot? Where's our spot? There we go. It's crazy how like it will be fine 1 minute, and then maybe it's like as it gets a little bit more, you know, polished up, it needs an adjustment. It's weird. Not really sure. You know, you can 3D print with PVC, but do it outside because of toxic fumes. Oh man, I ain't gonna be doing it. That's somebody else. They can breathe that stuff. All I want is the end product. Yeah, now we're getting a little bit clunkiness. Still feel like that spot is hanging around basically in the same rotation though. There's our little telltale spot that's giving us all this help tonight. Man, I really got to get some new shims. There we go. That's doing it. Hey, stay here. Yeah, alright, alright. I'm okay with that. Exactly. Must consult the dot. The dot will tell us all. Hey Neil, thanks for joining. Looks like Dearest is getting a car wash. Yeah, buddy. I like the way you think. Oh, it's going to be a good one too. It's got a lot of nice deep green in there. And the chromite inclusions there gives it that really cool black. And if it really does it right, that black can be can actually go metallic when polished, and so should be pretty wicked. But I tell you what, that little yellow dot is doing some work for us tonight, huh? Just seems like it keeps needing micro adjustments, and so that might end up making it to where, you know, later on down the line when I try to do multiple machines, it might be a little bit difficult. But that's all right. We'll get it all dialed in at some point. Probably going to need to set something up so I'm not just dumping water all over my table here. But, you know, once I get the drip system, yeah, that's going to change everything. Right now we're kind of going overkill, making a mess. Hey, as long as the camera ain't getting wet though, we're all good. I think we'll be able to switch over to the next grit here real soon. Real soon. I'm going to make a little room for myself. Yep, those are our next ones. Coming along. Alright, I think we're about ready to swap this over. On to the next stage. Yeah, you can really feel they start getting so smooth. It's really nice. So as you can see, we're got some cool character there. Now the webcam's not going to pick up quite the green, but you can see like right in there. There's some cool greens. So yeah, pretty wicked. Alrighty, on to the 3. Man, I can hear it pouring outside. Hopefully we don't have any issues with our internet or anything. Let's slide that guy in. Actually, let's do this first. That seems to be a little bit easier for holding everything in place. Just dial that in, give it a little love squirt. And from there, tighten these down a bit. Definitely feel like we're having to do a lot of dialing. You know what? See where we're at with that one. So we'll tighten that boy down. And we'll come back over here. Yeah, I see that. Oh, it's getting all crazy on us. Yeah, we're getting so much crazy. Reduce some of that vibration. Sounds like we're doing a little bit better. But yeah, we are definitely getting a little bit of funky. That. No, that's too much. Use out yay. There we go. And then I think I need to get this one. Yeah, it's funky. Small adjustment. Why is it going all crazy now? Alright, something might be there. Get some brightening. Yeah, I think there we go. Hey Debbie, hey one of a mine, how we all doing tonight? Sorry, I was a little focused there for a minute, just trying to get everything dialed in. Tonight we're using some more of the Antigerite that we got. This is going to be more of the Williamsite as opposed to the Bowenite, but it's got a pretty nice color to it. You know, I think it will make definitely going to make a really nice one. And here soon, we're probably going to be switching over to some of those 3-inchers that you were looking for. Same material, but yeah, we're trying to finish off the last of our 4 inches. And so we got this one that's in back here that was giving us some trouble earlier, and ended up popping out of the machine actually. Does look like it might be alright for a moment though. Keep an eye on it though. Because I've got a few people that are actually wanting these tonight. You know, I've got a few people that are wanting these spheres, and it's like, yeah, I better hurry up and make them. Hopefully this doesn't get all crazy on us again like it was. Yeah, a little escapee. It was trying, I'll tell you. Fortunately, we caught it before it broke the cups. sure it will calm down here in a bit though. This one looks like it's doing its thing alright. Has the yellow spot told us what it's supposed to? You stay. So it looks like we do have some good rotation on this. It's not too, it's not getting stuck anywhere, you know? Just a little apprehensive about the roughing machine now. I'm like, oh, come on, don't do it again, please. Should make it switch that when a gap's close like a switch. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. That would be cool. Unfortunately, I'm having a hard enough time just getting a drift system set up. Gotta find the time, you know? Gotta find the time and the money. Yeah, see, it keeps wanting to jump. We're going to hold off on that thing because it wants to jump, and I'm watching it. It really wants to jump. We're not going to let that happen. We'll get her dialed in. We'll get it all sorted. Eventually I'll have the yeah, story of life exactly. I put a little eye hook on the line with some switch, attach something back to the motors, maybe. Yeah, I mean, you know, really what it comes down to is sitting down and, you know, thinking about it for a while and actually trying to figure out, okay, what can I actually do? What's gonna, excuse me, what's actually gonna make this work? You know, because, I mean, hell, I've been struggling just to, you know, record the videos, edit the videos, have the live streams ready. We're trying to make progress on this. As you can see, I got the 2 cameras now. I think next week we're going to start streaming live on, well, hopefully 6 different platforms. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitch, and Kick. And so we're going to try to bump up our game a little bit. But yeah, we got to get some stuff done first, you know, just to kind of make everything dialed in, a little bit more polished, you know. It's just tough when you're basically doing, you know, most of it by yourself. I mean, Nate's been a huge help, but even then, I mean, he's got a full-time job. Oh yeah, dude. I know, you're out there in Sands Valley, right? Yeah, we're going to have to figure this one out. You're just going to stay in there. Hey man, appreciate that. You know, this is what we're trying to figure out is like, how can we get all this stuff dialed in, you know? And yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but, you know, right now, if we can just get this stuff dialed in, we're going to have a pretty good system going here. And really, it's like, what I'd like to do is get it to where, you know, I can focus on more of like, you know, actually making the content, you know, because that's the struggle part right now. It's just really difficult to do, you know, the videos and the editing and then have the live stream going, and, you know, I got to go out and find all the rock. I gotta shape it all, get it all ready, you know, and it's just like, ugh, on top of work, you know. I mean, fortunately, real estate's pretty slow right now, but, you know, it's not always like that. And also, when real estate's slow, that means money's low. So it sucks. It's always this balancing effort, you know. Yeah, competing with AI is stupid. And actually, that's why I wanted to do live streams more than anything. Not just because I'm lazy and I don't want to edit for hours and hours and hours and hours. It's more like, this is real, you know. When I make mistakes and the rock pops out of the machine, there's no faking that. I mean, it happened, and it's like, oh crap, what happened? Last week, you know, I had it in the repping, and it wasn't going quite right, and it's actually this ball that's in right now. Ended up getting, you know, like a divot in it because it was staying in one place, and so this was just grinding, like drilling a hole through it. And so it's like, yep, all these things, like, yeah. You know, this is why it's neat in my eyes. It's because now it's like, you're actually seeing the reality of things, not just this, like, you know, super polished version. I mean, hell, look at my lighting. It's not even, I'm in a garage, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to do the best I can, and, you know, we got a lot of people here that are super supportive of it, and so, you know, it's like Nate. He's been a huge help, you know? Actually, this computer that we're running everything on right now, he let me borrow it. So then we weren't having to run it on my laptop anymore, you know? Camera, he got me this extra camera here, this guy right here, yep, the extra camera. And then I have that one, and in fact today he even gave me a keyboard and mouse that has the wire on it, because we were using a wireless one, and it was just janky. Like, for some reason, even though it's only a couple of feet away from the computer, like, it just wouldn't get through, and so we're having all these lags. But, you know, it's all just like these micro tiny things that just keep freaking taking time and taking the time and taking the time, and it's like, okay, what do we dial in first, you know? Did want to see. Yeah, get maybe something going here, so that I'm not making a colossal mess on my workstation here. Some of these crappy little rags. Soak up a little bit of that extra water. You know, and the other thing that's been a struggle lately too is core drilling. You know, I haven't been able to really core drill the stuff that I want to because it's been raining. And so it's like, you know, fortunately I did a bunch of drilling one day, and was able to get a bunch of preforms and everything like that made, but, you know, this is just how life is sometimes. Yep, it definitely takes a tribe, man. It definitely takes a tribe. But, you know, the cool part is what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a community. It's not just, you know, oh, the Rogue Rockhound. It's like, nah, this is everybody, you know. Gotta love the craft fit and sharing the experience with others. Yeah, buddy. That's why I also said I want you to be doing it too, man. Because you only get to learn once. That's a lot of the reason why I'm doing this. I'm learning this whole process along with being able to show you guys. And so as I make mistakes and as I learn new things, that might help you guys later on if you're doing this, you know, because then you're like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember Rogue said this and that, or I saw that one time and that happened, and so you can, you know, just learn. Learn to have a bunch of shims around. But, you know, I think that, you know, take it down like maybe, I don't know, 2 years from now, if I keep at this like this, we're going to have a great community here. We're going to be doing a lot of awesome stuff, and we're going to be doing stuff that not really a lot of people in the creator space are doing, you know, like the YouTube and all that, the content creators. Because, you know, there's a lot of gatekeepers. You know, they're all trying to fight for the nickel. And it's like, nah, man, we ain't doing none of that stuff here. That's not what we're about. You know, we're about promoting each other, helping each other out. You know, none of this lone wolf type stuff ain't worth it. It's way better to work as a team. Well, maybe I'll need one more towel. Slip this guy right up in here. Yeah, I think we're coming along, you know. Craft is key. Money comes when one masters their craft. 100%. It's just like in a restaurant. You know, if you go to a restaurant and you see 15 pages on your menu, you know that it's not going to be that good. But if you get one page and there's like 3 items on there, you know that those 3 items are going to be bomb. You know? Because it's like they've dialed those in. They know exactly what is, you know, what people want on there and how it is. You know? I actually thought about, a while back when I worked in restaurants, I thought about opening a place for like construction workers, you know. We'd open up at like 5 a.m. We'd only stay open until, you know, maybe noon or something like that. Maybe hit the lunch rush, but make just like breakfast sandwiches, breakfast burritos, something like that. It's like, what do you want? You get bacon or sausage? It's like, you want burrito or sandwich? And, you know, if you're keeping it tight, yeah, make good money. Nice setup. Business or hobby? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. A little bit of column A, column B there. So, I do sell these spheres, and I also will make spheres for other people. I guess that would be commissioned out. But yeah, for the most part, do it both, you know. How long does it take to make the sphere? Kind of takes, you know, longer than it should. Now, it depends where you're really trying where you're starting, right? So, for instance, I've got to core drill it 3 times to make the preform, you know, just to get it to this spot right here, you know, that takes 3 core drill, and they progressively get quicker and quicker. So maybe like an hour on that, then you have probably a good, you know, 30-40 minutes to do to round all your edges off. And then I would say it takes about an hour in the roughing machine. And then lately, you know, we've been having, I don't know, about 5 hours in this. So, you know, we could be looking at, you know, 7, 8 or so hours. It also will depend on the material as well, because, you know, this is antigerite, which is going to be a lot softer than, say, you know, agate or jasper or something like that, you know. And so, this is actually, you know, it's kind of a long process. It's also why spheres are kind of expensive. On top of having all the tooling. Because I'll tell you what, the core drill alone is a huge barrier to entry for a lot of people. Huge barrier to entry. You can go get a core drill, sure, but, you know, a lot of the times they don't have a stand. That's how I got mine. And it took us a while just to build the stand. Rock Dude built it for me. Fortunately, he's a machinist, you know. Yeah, and pet wood, super hard. All that stuff. And so that's going to just take a lot more time. The drilling process for something like petrified wood or agate or jasper, any of those, you know, any of those harder materials is going to take twice as long as the antigerite. And so, yeah, you know, but also at the same time, if I have it to where I'm running multiple machines, then I can kind of increase my output. I mean, I've got 4 machines right now. You only see 2 of them because I need a little bit of space for all of this live streaming stuff, but for the most part, we're working our way up to being able to produce a lot more than basically a ball a day, And eventually what we're going to have is, our bottleneck's going to become material, because I'm not going to buy material. It's ridiculous. I mean, maybe if I get a good deal on it, like that Thule light that Nate picked up today. But yeah. Really, I'd like to get it, excuse me, I'd like to get it to where, like say for instance, if you guys want something, and you have the material, I can make you a spear. And then that way, you're getting something out of it, of your material. Because a lot of people, they'll find big stuff, but it's like, well, what am I going to do with this? What, make a slab? Okay, that's cool. In my opinion, a spear is way cooler. Yeah, so this is looking pretty clean. We got a good rotation on it too. Feel like I haven't seen our little yellow dot of power though for a minute. Oh, there it was. Oh, maybe. Might be getting small. Oh wait, I think I just saw it. Our little love dot. It's our North Star. It tells us where to go, right? It's good to see how things are done. People think art is too expensive. They have no clues what goes on making learning material. Exactly. And I think this is where a lot of the content creation is going to go, but also should go. Because there's going to be so much AI slop out there in the future, and you're not going to know what's real. That's the problem that I have with all this AI stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I think the AI is a great tool for some stuff, but just completely do whatever you're going to do, or, whatever you would normally do and have the robot do it, that's bullshit, just flat out. So I think that, by doing these live streams and stuff, we're getting it dialed in, and hopefully we're going to be ahead of the curve, People will actually see, this is the whole process. Dropping balls and all, Spear Snob. I got some huge chunks of Rainbow Obsidian, like 50-pound sack of potato. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get back out to Glass Buttes. One thing though that I'm kind of waiting on doing the Obsidian, because I need the cups for it, for the cerium oxide. And the only cups I have right now, where'd they go? They're the small ones. I set them aside. But yeah, what I need to do is I need to get these size cups, but have them to where I can put the little bonnet on there, so I can do all of our cerium oxide. I actually have leather that I can cut out for it already, but once again, it's just about getting to it, This is why my whole goal with this entire process since day one has been, I just want to make marginal progress, Look, it took 2 months before I was able to get a couple of cameras set up, But every time I want to have just a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better, Because then, like I said, a couple years down the line, this will look like a professional operation, And if you've been here the whole time watching, you're going to know I'm not some AI robot. It's going to be good. Different monster obsidian. Oh yeah, way different monster. I tell ya. I did see some pretty awesome rainbow obsidian spheres, big ones over at the Klamath County Gem and Mineral Show like a few years back. And oh yeah, I was just instantly like, I need to make those. Those are wicked. But, you know, it's like everything else. You got to start somewhere. Figuring it out, dialing it in, building up all your tooling and stuff, because, yeah, it's expensive to get one cup. So, yeah, you can't really see them back here, but Highland Park wants, like, I would say $50 to $65 per cup. You need 3 cups per stage, and there's 8 stages. I mean, that adds up quick, and that's if they have them in stock. So it's just like, yep, gotta just kind of roll with it right now, and then eventually, once we get a little bit of cash flow going to put back into the shop, then we'll take the next step, you know. Fortunately, we have all the machines right now to get her going, but reminds me of a flux capacitor. Yeah, buddy. Cut hard felt, size your pads, your polish. It'll stick to the Velcro. Yeah, we'll have to do it, dude. You know, because the more the better we get our tooling system, the better we are going to be. You know, which is also going to cut down on our time. It's going to be a lot easier to just crank stuff out. But, you know, we're starting. We're doing it. That's the thing. That's the thing that stops a lot of people, is just trying, you know. It's like, yeah, dude, you're probably going to fail, and it's probably going to be expensive, but hey, what do you do? No Frank Alpaca Obsidian? No, I do not. I'll have to check out, because yeah, we're going to be heading to Lakeview here before too long. Once the mining season starts, we're going to be going out to the claim and spending a lot of time out there. We're going to be doing all the live streams out there too. A lot of them. Lots of them. I'm super excited for that. In fact, that's a big reason why we're actually getting this stuff dialed in right now, is because it's going to be a lot easier to do a live stream here and in civilization than it is way out in the desert. You know, I still got to put some money into getting the Starlink Mini, I think is what it's called, because there ain't even cell service out there. Well, I mean, there's like a tiny little spot, and you get like 1 bar, so you can like send a text message. But if I get the Starlink Mini, then I can do all the live streams out there. And yeah, we're probably not going to have 2 cameras set up, and it's not going to be nearly as, you know, polished, but it's going to be live. It's going to be real life. Like, hey, check this out. Flat piece of dirt. This is how it all starts. Here's where we're going to go through it. We're going to show you the entire process. You know, we're going to be building our own shakers, tables. We're going to be, you know, breaking ground. We got a guy who's going to be coming over with an excavator to, you know, get us a pit started. And primarily it's going to be Epoch and I, you know, just out there all the time. Me and Little Brill, just getting it. Hopefully he brings his faceting machine out there too, for when it gets too hot. They do a little faceting, you know, just relax time. So it doesn't look like it's cutting too crazy anymore, so I think we might be damn near ready to go. Let's just give it another little watch, see what it's doing. But man, can you see that gloss on there? Woo-wee! I love it. So yeah, we're gonna be mining. Whoa! What the hell? Oh, you know what? Motor turned off. I bet you it overheated. Because it's got that, what do you call it? The thermally protected. We'll let that sucker cool down just a little bit. See how this is looking. Oh yeah, it's definitely feeling silky. Our little North Star dot is disappearing though. Man. So yeah, as you can see, right there, our little dot is disappearing. But hey, it was really useful. And see, this is actually not a scratch. It looks like it is, but I think that's actually one of those little tiny chatoyant bands. So that's kind of cool. Kind of spooked though that motor just shut off right in the middle of things. Suppose it's good that we're doing this stuff in the winter instead of the summertime, because yeah, we might have a problem during the summer. Fortunately, that's why we'll be out at the mine. Let's see, just to see. Yeah, see, that won't even turn on now. Let's get our gun out and see if we got a temperature on that. $180. Huh. Wonder what's up with that. Well, might have to. Yeah, definitely. How do these ones feel? 196. Huh, that's weird. So this one's actually hotter than this one, but this one won't turn on. Yeah, and this one's hotter too. Wonder what is up with that. We got a connection problem? No. Doesn't look like it. Interesting. Well, that does put a little bit of a cramp on things now, doesn't it? How we doing, Book? Thanks for joining us tonight. Are they brushless? Yeah, I'm not positive on that. I know that they're old, really old Xerox motors. So, what we might have to do, let me see something real quick. We got those ones. Yeah. Might have to bust out a different machine. So, I don't know. I don't know though. I'm kind of spooked about that. I wonder why that happened. Huh. Because I'm going to have to pull these off. And I know that was part of the reason why I wasn't doing this last time on a different machine. Is because these tiny, tiny little Allen keys. I actually have that. Let me see. I wonder. All right. Hold on for just a second. I'm sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Oh, man. And this one has basically a similar setup. Huh. Alright, so let me check something real quick. Well, see if I got those ones. Yeah. Alright. Wow. I wonder if we just straight burn that motor up. That would be a shame. Let's see if this one will do what we want. If not, we might have to call it early tonight. Dang. That is lame. Alright. Maybe we can salvage this out and see. So that one will roll. And I'll just swap that out. Yeah, that one's loud too, huh? Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. I might have to swap this out. We got those. The gearbox may be bad. But how when you turn it on? Well, let's see real quick actually. Let me swap this over. Get my cord back on. Put this on the side. We'll move this behind. And you know, really, see, this machine back here is the same one as this. Same motors and everything. And so I'm almost a little bit hesitant to use this one, and I might want to bust out the other one. So let me just see if this does a little humming. It's tough to tell. Yeah, this doesn't even sound like it's making a noise. I wonder. It doesn't seem like the control. I mean, it looks like we're still connected and everything. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that one. Alright, let me think here. Where are we at? 2 hours. Might have to see what's going on. Does it hum when you turn it on? No. Gearbox may be bad. Yeah. More likely brushes go out pretty fast. Machines that are in constant use like that. Yeah. You know, I don't think it's from moisture because all of this is dry up underneath here, the wood. And I don't really see any moisture up underneath it either. That's what is a little why I'm thinking it's actually the motor. Because once again, these motors are ancient. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they were used like crazy before. And they probably were just like, yeah, well, these things are dying, and so get what we can out of it. That looks all clean in there. Everything still looks connected. Bunch of extra parts too. Jesus, why? Look at this. They just put a bunch of these freaking connectors in here. For God knows why. Oh, well, you know, I'll know where they're at. Jeez. Yeah, everything looks legit. Well, I don't know. And I don't have the tiny little micro Allen key to get that off either. That's what the problem was before. Why I was still running these. So I might actually have to call this stream tonight and see about getting everything dialed in for next one. Okay, let's see. How's that feel? That slide enough? Yeah, okay. Slides. I have to go dig around in the Allen keys. See if I can get it. Dang. Alright, well. I think we might unfortunately have to call this tonight. Damn it. Yeah, because I'm not really sure how I can swap these out without having that tiny little Allen key. Yay! Yeah, I think this one's toast. Well, that's alright. Hey, we got more machines and we'll just figure it out. We'll get it going. More than anything, I'm just kind of sucks because, yeah, machine, stuff happens. I got backups, but I wanted to show you guys finished product, you know? Oh, wait, hold on. You know? That's looking pretty sweet, but, yeah, it's hard to capture. And we're not there yet. See, like right in there, that's going to look really neat. That part's going to be really cool. But we're going to have to swap this out. Dang it. All right, well, sometimes crap happens. You know, sometimes you just have one of those days. So, yeah, rubber mallet, smack it. I kind of feel like it. At that one. But I think what we're going to probably have to do is get these dialed in and just make sure we're all prepped for next week. And actually what we'll do is, since we know we're already on these, the 400 for this, what we'll do is we'll get this one going for next week as well, since we weren't able to finish this guy. And I think what we'll do is be able to we'll do 2 next week, you know, since we missed out on this one. But, you know, this is why I'm doing it. Because, you know, I want you guys to see the problems. I want you to see the mistakes and the unforeseen stuff, you know. This is how we learn. This is, you know, this is real. So, unfortunately, I think that's it tonight. Appreciate all you guys joining in this tragedy. But, yeah, we'll do it next week, and I hope you guys have an excellent night. So, thanks for joining again, and I hope to see you next week.